Hey there, fellow humans. Welcome to our cringe-worthy journey through life's most embarrassing moments. You know, those monumental mishaps that make us blush, trip over our words, or even wish the ground would swallow us up. But don't fret. These moments are a universal part of the human experience, happening to each and every one of us at some point in our lives. From awkward encounters to hilarious happenstances, we've got it all. So buckle up and get ready for some epic fails and blush-worthy bloopers. And to kick things off, I'm going to share some of my own goof-ups. Now, I'm no stranger to the world of blunders. Once upon a time, I was at a fancy dinner trying to impress some important people. As we were discussing some serious matters, I decided to add a bit of sophistication to the conversation by swirling my wine glass. Now, this might have looked cool in my head, but reality had a different plan. I ended up flinging the entire glass of red wine across the table, right onto the white shirt of the person sitting opposite me. Talk about making a lasting impression, right? But wait, it gets better. Or should I say, worse. Picture this, I was invited to a friend's wedding and was asked to give a toast. I was nervous, but I thought I had it all under control. I stood up, raised my glass and started my speech. It was going well until I mistakenly addressed the bride by the groom's ex's name. Yes, you heard it right. The room went silent, and all I could do was stand there blushing as red as a tomato, wishing the ground would swallow me whole. And let's not forget the time I was at the supermarket and mistook a stranger for my best friend. I sneaked up behind him and gave him a hearty slap on the back, only to realize my mistake when he turned around looking utterly confused. I mumbled an apology and practically ran to the next aisle, hiding behind a tower of canned beans. So there you have it, folks. Proof that no one's immune to life's little embarrassments. But remember, these moments, as cringeworthy as they may be, add colour to our lives. They make us human and remind us not to take ourselves too seriously. After all, what's life without a little bit of laughter at our own expense? Now, let's dive into a compilation of some truly unforgettable blunders from around the globe. First up, we have the classic case of mistaken identity. You know how it goes. You see someone waving enthusiastically in your direction, and you wave back only to realize they were actually waving at the person behind you. Ouch! That's a facepalm moment right there. Next, we have the all-too-familiar accidental text. Ever sent a message complaining about someone to that very person by mistake? Talk about a cringe fest. Then, there's the legendary trip on flat ground. No obstacle in sight, but somehow your feet decide to have a mind of their own. Gravity, you've got a wicked sense of humor. Let's not forget the unsolicited voice crack. Picture this. You're giving a presentation, everything's going smoothly, and then, out of nowhere, your voice decides to hit puberty again. The room erupts in giggles, and you're left wishing the ground would swallow you up. And how about the infamous wardrobe malfunction? From the classic spinach between the teeth to the dreaded zipper mishap, these fashion faux pas never fail to make us cringe. There's also the unforgettable public transport snooze, falling asleep on a stranger's shoulder. Not the best way to make a first impression, but hey, it makes for a good laugh. And finally, the piece de resistance, the accidental "I love you." Whether it's to your boss, your teacher, or your pizza delivery guy, it's safe to say this one takes the cake for the most embarrassing blunder. Oh, the things we humans do. And to think each of these moments is someone's story. As we journey through this cringe compilation, let's remember that these awkward moments are a part of life. They remind us that we're all human, and they give us stories to tell. So here's to embracing the awkward and laughing at our own blunders. After all, life's too short to take ourselves too seriously. Now, I've had my share of red cheeks. It's your turn. We all know that life is full of unexpected twists and turns, and sometimes these moments can leave us feeling a bit, well, embarrassed. But here's the thing. These moments make us human, they make us relatable, and most importantly, they make for some really good stories. So why not share yours? We've set up a hashtag, #ShareYourAwkwardness, for this very purpose. Go ahead, spill the beans. Tell us about the time you walked into a glass door thinking it was open, or when you called your boss Mum by accident. No judgment here, just a whole lot of laughter and nods of understanding. Because, believe it or not, we've all been there, done that. So come on, let's make the world a little less serious and a whole lot more fun. Can't wait to hear your stories. Remember, we're all in this together. Let's take a fun spin on things with some animated recreations of classic embarrassing situations. Picture this. You're at a party, feeling the groove, and just as you're about to pull off the dance move of the century, your foot finds an invisible banana peel. Down you go in a wonderfully animated flail of limbs. Or imagine you're on a first date, leaning in for that goodnight kiss and bam! A bird decides it's the perfect time to drop a surprise. The bird, the surprise, and your shocked faces, all immortalized in hilarious animation. These scenarios might have had us blushing furiously at the time, but through the magic of animation we can look back and laugh at these shared moments of human clumsiness. Because, let's face it, we've all tripped over that invisible banana peel at least once, and that, my friends, is how you turn an oops into a laugh. Well, that was a roller coaster of emotions. We've been through a gamut of cringe-worthy moments, from tripping over nothing to awkward social encounters. But hey, that's life. It's filled with these little hiccups that make our journeys unique and, dare I say, entertaining. The key is to find humor in these awkward moments. They're not just missteps, they're stepping stones to becoming more resilient, more human. Remember, we've all been there. Embrace the awkwardness. Until next time, keep smiling through the blushes.